Hey y'all. So I dug in my goodie box and I found a picture. Y'all know I tell about my pictures in my goodie box. So it's story time. Let me show you this picture. From here all the way to the back end. See where it stares at? All the way in the back of the boat. That was a monster. And I remember this particular picture because she gave us a run for our money, Jack. Big time. What happened was we're my daddy's skiff, and we pull up. Y'all, when we pull up, it's mostly marsh where this particular gator was. It was mostly marsh to where the marsh was soft, soft, soft. They got a little harder, and then they had some bank. They didn't have many trees except it was further, like into the bank. So we had to use a cane pole. We put a thick cane pole in the mud, and if you push this cane pole way down deep in there and you tie that rope at the bottom, for the most part, it holds the gators, okay, when you ain't got a tree. So, um, we pull up, and y'all, when a gator's gonna come up, sometimes they come up with ease, and you gotta make that shot while you can, okay? Until they see you. When they see you, they're gonna cut up right then and there, right? That's a lot of big ones that do that. The small ones, they go cutting up pretty quick, even before coming to the top. Well, anyway, it was a big one. Usually you could see the line stretched out and whatever else. And they grab onto the mud and they just hold on to the mud, and you can see their bubbles come up, so you know where they at. But in this case, it was marsh and the rope was in the water. So we go and we take the push pole, get the rope from the bottom, from the bottom. Don't you know, child? So we couldn't see where she was at. And I remember it was a she, child. I remember her quite well. Anyway, she comes from under the boat and she wraps the rope around the low unit of my daddy's motor, right? Now, when the gators are hooked in their mouth, it hurts, okay? So sometimes that's how they come up, with it. And of course, they anger the animals, right? That's when they start to fight. But after so long, they gonna chill out a little bit, because it hurts. But you see, she wasn't hooked in the mouth. I don't even know how she even held on that long. She was hooked right here. It pierced her under her leg. So therefore, it was hurting, but she not enough to say that she was gonna stop. It was just a piercing to her, right? Well, when she wrapped that rope around the low unit, child, my daddy's skiff started going. I mean, we was all over the place, y'all. So my daddy took the push pole, and when he took the push pole, he's trying to push the boat closer to the bank, to the cane pole, right? On top of the marsh because it is shallow. He couldn't start the motor to go up because she had it locked. So when he kept pushing, she just kept fighting. Y'all, she fought us for a long time. She would take the motor and the boat and sling us around, and it would even turn sideways at some point to where we would have to get on one side to not to flip or to take on water. We had a friend of ours, a friend of my daddy's, and her daughter came with us one time. And she was a little girl. She had her life jacket on, and my daddy kept pushing the push pole, and he said, "Brian," he said, take the little girl, because if we gotta throw her out the boat, get to the bank." So I tell the little girl, I said, "Look," I said, "you see, if I gotta throw you here, swim," which is, it was mostly mush, I told her, I said, "Swim until you can't," I said, "till you get to the hard part of the bank over there, because if I throw you out in the front of this boat, it's mushy. I said, make your way all the way to the front, right? Because that's how much, that's, what's up with all the calls today? That's how much she had us, I mean, we thought we was going under. So my daddy's struggling in the back of the boat. They had the lady in the middle, and me and the little girl in the front, right? So my daddy's struggling, trying to push to where the rope will loosen up closer to the thing. Yeah, we must have fought this gator for I don't know how long and trying to keep our boat up. And when he would get like a loop at a time with the push pole at the end, a loop at a time. And when he finally broke free. He finally broke free. She finally broke free. I'm sorry. She took off. And at this point, we was all worn out, I believe. But she was still good to go. She was still good to go because, again, that wasn't just but a piercing. And, y'all, for as long as we fought this gator, I don't know how we still had her. Because when we finally, I put the little girl back in, you know, I said, okay, now you can go back and sit right here. We're going to go back to find it, you know. Well, when my daddy got the last loop off, he actually picked the motor up to where it didn't happen again. So we get the rope up, we get the gator, and we pull the gator up. We were shocked to no end to see how this gator managed to stay on this line this entire time, fighting like she fought and flinging us around like she flung us around. And we still had her, and that's where she was hooked at. I'm still amazed to this day because not only did she give us a run for our money and warn us out, but we was lucky to still have her on the line, y'all, because it was a big one. She was a monster. She was a monster. So that's it for today's story time. Sorry about the interruption of the calls, but I'm not about to retell the story. Thank you, and have a great day.